What's up, everybody? It's your guy Q, the movie collector here, back again with another video. And this time today, we've got a little bit of a doozy. Another 4K review. And I will say, this has been a journey for me exploring Italian horror. Um, and there's only one Italian horror film that I'm talking about, but I'm gonna give you a little bit lead up to this movie. So a few of my buddies here on YouTube and Instagram as well talked a great deal about Italian horror. More in particularly Lucio Fulci's efforts, which I've never seen any of his films before. Shocking, I know. But one of the very first experiences that I had when this release came out, I said, okay, I pre-ordered this. Now I just gotta get the rest of it because apparently in this movie is part of a trilogy. Much like with Dario Argento with his the Witches movies. Lucio Fulci had a Gates of Hell trilogy. So once I got this release in, I said, okay, let me journey down the rabbit hole first. Let me watch these in order. So I went on and got City of the Living Dead, and I also got House by the Cemetery. I haven't seen this yet, so this is next up on my list. I saw this, blew me away. It made me a fan instantly. I love this film, and it's got me pretty much adjusted to Lucio Fulci's, the way he directs his movies, which is beautiful. The cinematography in this was amazing. So I say, you know what? I know I'm going to be in for a treat for this because I've heard more people talk about this release than I have any of the other films that he's done. So I picked up Grindhouse Releasing's The Beyond. Now, this is a thick boy. It's a thick boy. If you can see here, there's a spine. There's the back of it. You can see the special features there if y'all want to take a look at those special features. Yeah. Pretty cool set too, man. It's a thick boy. It's a thick boy. And I really love the fact that they housed the discs inside a replica almost of the Aben book from the movie. You get, which is a 6-disc set. I mean, look here, you get 6 discs. And what I loved, I wish studios and releases would actually go back to doing, is listing chapters. I miss having that function, that whole little feature that lists chapters, because I've had releases that I've picked up where they don't give you chapters, but they allow you to skip. They just don't give you chapters anymore with a lot of these. They give you a nice little bound book here too. Feel a lot of pictures and everything inside of there as well. So you get you a nice little book there. Pretty nice set. So I know I'm talking about all this stuff with the way that it's housed and how it comes presentable, and I also got the little eyeball. Got the little eyeball here too with the little symbol on there. Now, I'm probably not the right person to talk about these films because I'm very early in my whole other aspect of Italian horror. Now, I love giallos. But this was a different kind. These are different kind of films when it comes to Italian horror. Now, with this movie, what I also noticed too is the same girl that he used in City of the Living Dead was also in this movie as well, and I've seen that she's also a part of A House by the Cemetery. But the movie starts out, it gives you a backstory of I want to say the 19, and I probably my memory's not that great, the 1950s I think it was, where this painter, he pretty much dies from the townspeople because he's doing these crazy things based off of this book. And at the same time, you see the lady that's reading the book at the very beginning. Her name's Emily. You see her see flames come from the book, and then the movie starts, and it goes into present day. So then it starts off with this lady purchasing this property, which at the beginning of the film, you know that it's a hotel. And so she's fixing it up or whatnot. She's got a lot of people working on it. The hotel is obviously haunted because the guy painting the house, he sees a ghost. He gets scared, falls off, and injures himself pretty badly. So then they call on Joe the plumber, which that's his name, Joe the plumber. They call on him to come to the house to do some work on the house, do some work with the basement area or cellar. And he stumbles upon this other area of the cellar, which I think is an explanation behind him opening the gates to the beyond. That's just my take on it. I'm going to have to watch it a few more times. But other than that, I can't really spoil it because, I don't know what spoiling the movie is or whatnot. But this movie is pure nightmare fuel. Okay, I will say it's pure nightmare fuel. There's some kills that involve acid, like burning acid. There's some kills that involve spiders. There's a lot of eyeball stuff going on with it as well. Other than that, the cinematography so far that I've seen from Fulci, this is probably his best work that I've seen so far. It looked great. It looked fantastic. Italian horror is one of those things that I'm still getting accustomed to. But overall, I did enjoy this movie. I did enjoy it. As far as it being an Italian horror film, and like I said, so far from what I've watched, it's Fulci's best work. Now, I will say this to people that are Fulci fans, and I mean this in no shape or form or fashion. I like City of the Living Dead a little bit more than this, just because I was able to understand what he was doing with City of the Living Dead more so than this. This one just seemed like, to me, there was a lot of ideas that was bouncing all over the place in the one story of it, which I found out when this is going into the special features, which, by the way, this thing is loaded. It's loaded. It's a 6-disc set. It's absolutely loaded with special features. There's one on here. Let me see which one was it? It was where is it? Let me see. Let me open this up because I have to look for it. It's on the 3rd disc because I spent some time looking at this. The Blood and Ink by Dardano Sacchetti. I want to say, I think he was the writer for Zombie, a few other films as well. He also did Beyond, which he goes into a great detail why the movie was made the way it was, which explains why I was so a little confused about things going on in the movie. So apparently he says in that feature, which is it's a really good feature. He says that basically the studio or the people that were fronting money for it from Italy, they wanted more zombies in this movie. And they wanted them placed in or they weren't going to fund the movie. So they had to figure out places to put zombies in it to make it make sense. But yeah, this is not a bad movie at all. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed it. But I watched Emily's Eyes, which is an interview with Cynthia Monreal. I'm probably butchered her name. She's the girl who plays Emily, the blind ghost in the movie. She gives like a really in-depth, really great interview where she goes through talking about the first time that she worked with Fulci and all leading up to Fulci's last days, because she spent time with him, which I'm probably wrong in saying this, this, but I think that she was his mistress. That's just my take on that. But anyway, that was a really good one. But it's loaded. There's a lot of stuff in here. You got things in here that's like that of Blood and Ink. That was like 45 minutes long. Emily's Eyes was like 16 minutes long. You got stuff in here that's well over an hour. And it doesn't stop there. There's like tons of other stuff as far as the archival stuff that's in here. You've got hours upon hours upon hours of extras in this thing. Like I said, it is absolutely loaded. It's probably one of the most loaded releases that I've seen in a while. Grindhouse Releasing, they put out a version of The Beyond that should be the last version that should come out, to be honest with you. But yeah, let's get into the transfer. So in my other video, I think it was my Dirty Harry video, I said this has been one of those weeks where I've watched nothing but great transfers, and all of them can easily be movies that we're going to talk about at the end of the year as having the best transfers. This here, I don't know what magic sorcery that Grindhouse Releasing did for this. They did a masterclass of a great job on this. You'll see as I'm posting now, I did also watch some of it, 7 Doors of Death DVD that's included on here, which was the original North American release of the movie. I only got one screenshot of it, so I'll post it and you can see the comparison between that as well as the 4K. But when I tell you there's a massive difference between how this movie was done and how they've gone through and done all this great work with it, man, it was a masterclass. This looked phenomenal. This looked really, really, really good. It's definitely one of my favorites that's come out this year so far. By far. The audio is really great. The audio is so good, it's made me a fan of Fabio Frizzi, which I see a lot of my comrades going to the Fabio Frizzi concerts where he'll play some tracks from the movies he scored for Fulci. This was my favorite score he's done so far. I can't speak for Zombie because I haven't seen Zombie 2. I haven't seen that movie yet, so I can't speak to it yet. But this one here, the score in this sounds like a blend of Fred Myro's score for Phantasm and a mixture of something else. I really love the score to this. It sounded really good. And it's got a 5.1 DTS master audio sound. The 4K itself is HDR10 and Dolby Vision HDR. All around a very, very solid release. I would say if you're a fan of the Fulci films and you haven't picked this up yet, you need to pick it up. Now, when I got mine, it was the limited release of it. Grindhouse has since come out and said that they're doing a standard. I'll post links below to where you can go pre-order the standard if you weren't lucky to get this one. But yeah, definitely recommend The Beyond. I say definitely go after it. Great horror film to check out. It's one of those. It's gonna keep you thinking, because I'm thinking about it now, and I'm thinking about giving it a second, possibly a third watch, just to understand what's going on. But the effects in this movie were ahead of its time, just as they were with all the other Fulci films. I highly recommend this. So, but yeah, that does it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I would definitely appreciate it. So until next time, peeps, peace.